Hey guys, we're going to look at a 10Q game a student sent me. It's really new to the thought of, what does it mean to play well? He's trying to take the thought seriously. So let's look at his game and maybe we can learn some stuff too. He's the Blackstones, but we'll probably be looking at both colors. I don't really know. I haven't seen much of the game yet. All 9 on stuff. All 9 on stuff. Interesting move. Couple things about this move. Let's start with if black kicks, it's immediately over concentrated with an open skirt. Bit awkward. Next, we can just hit the open skirt. Right? As soon as we kick it, it's stronger. If we don't kick it, white's weaker, and we hit the open skirt, both fine. And don't forget, anytime someone does that, it leaves that nasty spot inside. Now, down here, white did it in the corner. And we find this acceptable. It's a very famous spot, right? We all know, the 3-3s can be achieved because of that kick. Well, we accept it because if black's going to do that, it's going to cost him a lot on the bottom. That bottom's no longer his. So if he gets the bottom, we get the corner. If he gets the corner, we start attacking the bottom. So it's seen as a reasonable trade. But up here, that's not a trade. White's just has a weak group. Now, if it's here, gone. It's a small enough extension where black doesn't have room to come in and do his thing. This leads us to a very common pattern. Get a foothold in the corner and then do the growth. The moment you go one further, it leaves this open spot inside that's really awkward. What are you going to do? Play this way? That's really awkward. And white still has cuts everywhere. And this one's worth talking about. This is a very common move. Well, if this is the proper extension, what are we doing, leaving this huge gap? Well, the idea is if black wants to come in, we can live so easily, let's just put it here. Now that one stone, the A stone itself, may not survive. But we've certainly created a very healthy, nice group right next to it. And the B stone can easily take care of itself. So the idea is they're easy to deal with separately. If Black takes away the corner. Now it's a problem. Now it's too far. So we tend to see this sort of response. Now, if white plays this way, which is something cute players have a tendency to do, well, that becomes a problem. Corner's not open for life anymore, and now white's cut. White has a weak group. Problems ensue. Okay, so this is an awkward move that you really shouldn't think of playing until you're at least 3 down. Bye, hon. Have a good breakfast. My wife's off to breakfast. She has a group of gals. They've known each other for 40, 50 years, and they just meet once a month for ongoing. I mean, year after year. I mean, long, friends that you've known that long, pretty meaningful stuff. Okay, so this white move is in question. Now, addressing Tenkus, the question arises, when A, B, C, all 3 of these black moves are reasonable, which one? When? This used to drive me bonkers. How could anyone ever know such a thing? And now it's like, oh, it's very simple. You simply don't worry about it. At the moment, I'm okay, he's okay. It's not like his top group's in trouble. It's just awkward. Then what do? Well, there are 2 opening areas left. Big area 1, big area 2, play in one of the big areas, whichever one you prefer. We play a nice corner move, and so the board will be developing, and the top will show itself. White will play in a manner where, oh, he fixed it, then the question is solved. Or he didn't fix it, and the question is solved. Okay. Black plays here. Now we can read his mind easily. The left is really big. I want to live there and like that. And it's not a bad move. I mean, I know high dawn players that play this, but there's no denying that corner is bigger. Corner is bigger than inside. We know this. Oh, but what if you get pinched? Everything's fine. So corner's bigger. How much of a loss is this? If we ask how much of a loss is this? Oh, that's a grotesque, horrible move. That is the mistake on the level of mistake. Black's move over here is a mistake, but more in the theoretical and 1-point loss. I mean, something that's hard for humans to get too riled up about. But corner's bigger. And don't be afraid of the 3-3. Oh, but he's going to get this monstrously large left side. White has not gained more than his fair share. Black might have a burden as to how do I deal with that, but all is well. This is something that scares most people. Scares me enough that I went out of my way to give this to my opponent. I need to let the dog in. Be right back. Here I come. Oh, there you go. Come on in. Yeah. She got lonely because mom left. Oh, okay. So I went out of my way to put myself in that position to learn how to deal with it and to try to not be afraid. Well, I'm still afraid, but I've dealt with it countless times and it's not a problem. Okay, he plays here. Boom. Settle. Here. Okay. So our A group has been attacked. How shall we respond? Now you're going to just think I'm being silly. You have to respond in a responsible way. That's going to mean different things if you're 10Q, 5Q, 1 done, 5 done, professional. It's pretty much the idea that there is no correct answer. What do you want to do? Okay. So as we search out, the way I search it out is if I do nothing, what's the worst case scenario? Well, let's start with this. Okay. Well, I'm not thrilled about this continuing. So one would think that I'm getting out, but white just now helping his large top area in Cente. So it's costing me something. Well, what if I start here and we start this whole thing? Now, if he starts in, he's not getting that top area. So there's many questions here. So if you're 10Q, just defend yourself. Defense can be the most basic moves, A, B, or C. B and C, get out. Now, let's look at B and C. C, I'm out, wide open spaces, and I am now more prepared to come into the top area because I have stones there. It's an easier area to come into. If I come out at B, oh, his corner is now getting surrounded. So I'm more able to live in the corner and surround his group. They all do different things. What do you want to do? Let's see what he did. Get an eye, get out. I'd rather get out this way. It's faster. But if you're going to do that, then you have to read out. Now, for a 10Q, this is a tough readout. What in the heck am I going to do? Oh, there's a ladder here. Whew, didn't see the ladder. But clearly, this move is faster, safer than this move. But it's still a responsible move. Right? Building the bottom. Okay. From here, black to play. Let's look at all the moves at our disposal. Hit the open skirt of the A stones in order to weaken them. And we get that little right side area. Kick at B. Now we're getting the corner, stopping white from getting eyes there and points. And probably both. If here, then probably here. So A and B. What else? C, D. So we have 5 paths, all reasonable. The thing to notice, D, for instance, very calm. It's not attacking. It's just playing in a big area. Go take. White can do anything he wants now. Says, I want that corner. He doesn't have to respond in the upper left. So this move is that's the term they use, calm. Is not even keeping tempo, just handing tempo away. Okay, black played here, perfectly fine move. Comes down, and again, we secure our area. So black's playing very strong. He's not going to be getting in any trouble. This is where I want all my 10 cues to start. And as they start here, they go, okay, and now reach a little further. Okay, then what? And step by step, we get our group strong and start building up into, now let's leave them a little bit weak and go take points. I had a talk with a professional recently, and he pointed out that I tend to create very strong groups. He says, so you're probably behind on territory a lot. I go, yeah. He says, and so to catch up, you have to attack. Yeah. He says, that's fine. But if any game you want, and I realized, well, that's not the one I want. That's just the one I use because for most of my students, we have to start with get your group strong. And so I play strong groups. So what I do in my own games much more is take points. Oh, but your group's getting strong. Please attack it. I'll go take some more points. Okay. Comes out. White. Makes sense. Now what? Interesting. So try to get in the habit of breaking things down. What's going on? Well, we have white's A group. It's starting to look pretty alive. Nice controlled little area. Plenty of space to be divided into two eyes. So A's looking good. How about our B group? We can't get in the corner anymore. And we're kind of far from home. So some attack could cause us problems. So we need a method to fix this gap. Great choice. Sure looks like Sente. Let's look at a few ideas. Let's say white chooses to kill the stone, gobble it up. White's getting 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 points. Atari, and let's finish it up. Oh, but black got at least that many too. And fixed his gap. White was alive anyway. White went from life to life and 5 points. We went from not life to life and more than 5. Way in black's favor. So great. White says, no, go this way. Okay. In this way. Here. And clearly, black's really fixing his gap well in tempo. This is really going amazing. White plays away. Okay. I would suggest that our A group is fine because it's hard for white to come in now. And even if white does, we're so out. So we're settled in our A area. I would say we're all areas of black settled. A few players are going to play B like they have to. Like, I must play B. No. What would the purpose be? Well, to defend my C group. No, you're already alive there. To take the corner. Well, it's double gote. You can't get smaller than double gote. Well, what if? Well, I've noticed that white has this awkward gap. So I'm going to make sure that those two white stones can't live in the corner. So I'm claiming this is sente. Okay. I still don't think it's big enough, but starting to make sense. So let's see what black does. Black does play there. White. Come on down, makes sense. This is the first bad move of the game. The actual mistake. There's been inefficient moves and less than perfect. This is the first mistake. This doesn't attack, very little defense. He needs to be thinking about, I think, just leaving the area altogether, or at least trying to get out. Okay. Does white have something here? White, black, white, kill it. There's nothing here. So black can go, I'm surrounding you. He stopped white from playing here. He fell for the trick. That's important. And then this surround. Black is surrounding white. White is surrounded already. How about if that's going to cut and kill, let's just start by connecting under. White has no eyes and white's behind enemy lines. Way fiercer. This black move might be considered obvious just because hits the weak point as it surrounds. Okay. This move. This is, I'm killing you. It's a pretty big statement. How much of this did black read out? Can you read out? Oh, it kills or it doesn't kill. Can you find a conclusion? I think the answer for all 10 Qs on the planet is no, I can't find an answer. Then don't try to kill. I'm fine, you're fine. Time to go to the next area. The idea of I'm going to kill you, no, don't do that. Even if you can, don't do it. White's dead. Yeah. It looked like black knew what he was doing. I find that. So I think he just stumbled across it. White plays away. I would suggest that killing white with A is about the same size as white B. So killing is not necessary. Black is building the bottom. Great idea, very large. White says no. Now we have Should I take my area with A, or should I attack white with B? Those are the two most straightforward options, right? Used to bother me. How would I know? So I asked Mr. Yang. He says, well, that depends. If your A area is weak, then play at A. If your A area is strong, then attack with B. It's like, well, that's pretty obvious. He has a magnificent way of making things simple. Okay, I don't know if that's Sente. My guess is it isn't, but okay. White says it isn't. So, which is bigger? Assuming A does not kill white. What's bigger, A or B? B's 10 times bigger. A is almost nothing. Capture. Apparently he's on a killing spree. I want to kill you. Finally, we get back. Okay. Tough questions. So we've definitely included some 10Q stuff in this video, but we've also done some high-level stuff. Hope that doesn't disturb too many people. Let's say that, oh, this attacking white's really hard because there's white stones all around me. Let's go with that premise. If that's the case, we often play this sort of thing. Now, I'm playing a certain path to show the point. White says, no, you can't come in. I'm going to come in. No, you can't come in. I'm going to come in. No. That's a big difference. We now have a foothold, much easier to attack white. Is a common idea. Now, of course, it brings up another question. What if white plays this way? Well, then perhaps the whole top goes away. We don't need to attack white in the center. Boom, boom, boom. Makes sense. The A stone, dare I say, can't be killed. It's the B stone. These crosscuts used to drive me crazy. I had a student recently say he wanted me to do one of my lectures about cutting like this. So that's coming up this Saturday. And oh, they used to drive me crazy. Black to play. 4 reasonable options on that side. 4 reasonable options on this side. Every single one you try gives white so many options, which gives black. This branch is off the charts. This is one of the main reasons I didn't know how to read up to 5 done. I finally had to teach myself how to do what it meant, how to get to 6 done. I finally did. Okay. So he saves A, which can't be hurt. Should be saving B. Now those 2 stones are by all means inside the black area. If white tries this, the white stones are dead. Period. If white tries this, where are they going? They're not getting out. And Black now has a serious wall facing the top, so that these sorts of things become easy because you just run out to a nice black home. Uh, 35, 40 years ago, someone bought a gift certificate from me to give to their friend. In other words, I am, as a birthday present, I am giving you a lesson with Lance. So I end up in, back then, 40 years ago, was a, what's the term? Ghetto? The bad part of town? Gunshots, drugs. I mean, it's a nasty, used to be, it's way better now. Used to be a pretty nasty place. And it was of the black persuasion. That was just our little place. And so I'm teaching this black guy, and in the middle of the lesson, I realize I'm saying the black guys and the white guys. I'm going, and the look on his face, and I'm like, oh my goodness. To me, that means nothing. I can't tell you how little that means to me. But to him, that's his life. And I'm, oh man, I don't know what to do. Okay. Oh, now this white stone can't die, right? No ladder, no net. That white stone's alive. Get the group out that can be trouble. This is such a basic thing in Go. Help the side that needs help. Okay, then we start a big fight, and it's like, wow, really, really tough. The basic way here, let's just, and this will probably be our last move to look at. In this fight, what's going on? White's A group, weak. Okay. Black's B group. I'm seeing some opportunity here to get surrounded. I would want to check that out. What about the C group? Oh, no, it's not getting surrounded. Okay. So our job, attack A, help B. That pattern is going to get you out of a million jams. So what? Just here. Now you're not going to get cut. You're not going to get in trouble. Now, if you can read out and say, I've decided my B group is not going to get in trouble, then don't let white out. And when it starts, deal with it, however you decided to deal with it. Okay. Hope that helped people. Made some sense. Hope I didn't offend anybody. We'll catch y'all later.